Hey guys. Uh Big week actually. Big week. Lots happened. I may miss some of the updates. But it's been actually a really huge transformative week. As always, 2 minutes. Send your thanks, what you're appreciating, especially to give credit to team members that have been involved in your pursuits. Say what you did and what you're working on. If you have any blockers, 2 minutes. We're going to start from the top and then work our way down. And so that means Ambush, you go first.
Hey guys, a very good morning. So I'm continuing my task using building a RAG. So right now I'm trying to see how I can break down the data and organize it for the RAG. Initially, I thought maybe I can just take the whole JSON data, try to organize it and put it in the RAG, but I understood that it's not that efficient. So now I'm thinking of making maybe splitting,
what is your objective?
yeah, to build a RAG based on the experimental outputs, the analytics file. So in case if a user has some queries about the experimental results or the analytics, so he can maybe query with the bot.
This is what we talked about
So
on
yeah,
Wednesday, right? And then we said since our
yeah.
experiments are relatively small and they fit inside of a context window, we can just use a single Gemini query. Did you try that?
Well, searched. I searched online where we could use a RAG would be much more efficient because otherwise the LLM would have to make a lot of would have to use a lot of tokens as well because the analytics file currently is around 800k tokens. And in an LLM, maybe we could just match with the most similarity.
Schedule time with me after the stand up, please.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So yeah, right now I'm working on that. So maybe Ashley can go next.
Sure. I've been in and out the past couple of weeks, so not much to update, just trying to send in demo messages as I can. Should be back to normal on Monday, and so really just grateful for, the patience and the support of the team while I've been going through this stuff. So hopefully it's all good starting Monday, and I'm gonna sync with Pablo today on some additional things I can be working on to serve the goal of increasing book demos.
Ashley, just as a summary, can you provide us with an update of what companies or individuals you've already talked to?
Sure. So my network is mostly in the financial services industry. So talk to the head of research at Charles Schwab, talk to some people at S&P Global. I also have some people in my MBA network. So I talked to an R&D manager at Kraft Heinz. And I might follow up with her because she had a ton of info and also connections to places that are other large consumer goods, so PepsiCo, that sort of thing. So just kind of taking that next step to get to the people, connected to the people. But yeah, mostly the enterprise level. I am trying to also get into some more agency level. So there's a VP of innovation at Frog I'm trying to talk to, and just seeing where those messages take me.
Thank you. Yeah, let's align. Let's get them into real deals. That'd be even better. Do it. Audrey.
Hello, morning everyone. So this week, I believe I had three tasks that I was working on, and one of it was pretty much to implement the end-to-end testing to the Holodeck CI/CD pipeline. I started out doing the implementation locally, and it was successful. And I'm doing the CI/CD portion now, and I'm having some issue with it. So I'm supposed to meet up with Mo today to review the
What is your
work.
objective and what is the issue in as much detail as you can give? What is the objective and what is the
Yes.
blocker, clearly?
Yeah, so the CI/CD step actually involve running the playwright test at the end of the code. when the code is built, you have to run the test, the Python test, and there's a lot of step on the README documentation which I'm following. So I did that locally. I was able to make it work, and on the CI/CD portion, it's giving me some hard time, especially the run test
What is giving you a hard time?
section.
What is giving you a hard time?
The run test step, because there's multiple steps, so I was able to get through the
Playwright?
setting of the environment.
Setting up Playwright. You can't set. You're having trouble setting up Playwright in CI/CD.
Yeah, so I did the install of the dependency without an issue, but the running the play, I also install Playwright, but the running the test itself is the one that is not working currently. So, and the other task was also another CI/CD pipeline implementation of the formatting on the, I think it's a Rehoboam CI/CD. I completed that yesterday, and I submitted a PR, which Maddie is supposed to review today. So yeah, and the other test was, I mean, like I said, the running the test locally, which I submitted to Rupesh the other day. So I'm just working now on making sure that the CI/CD portion of it will also be successful. So that's all for my part.
Next person is Avi.
I've been working on getting to inbox 0 on both my LinkedIn messages and my emails. I restarted well, actually, I didn't restart, but I found out that we weren't getting back to some of our programs fast enough. And so we restarted the NVIDIA program. I returned the second turn of the PwC Joint Business Relationship documents, which were approved and are now awaiting their signature. I had 2 or 3 demos with the team, and what I will 100% complete today is getting out the offer letters to the new hires, as well as sending out an investor update to the existing and potential future shareholders.
Okay, this is my turn. So what I did today was I finished the RAG pipeline for the PDF to traits pipeline. So now you can upload the PDF and ask a certain question, like find all the traits relating to political ideology or so on, and it gets those from the PDF and then uploads it to Firebase. I submitted a PR for it, and I'll go over it with Madi after this session. Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Florian?
No.
Florian, just curious, what did you use for that doc to vec capability?
I use LangChain's RAG pipeline, which uses the OpenAI embeddings.
Nice, perfect, brilliant. Have you?
All right, Madi.
I think
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, it's not for stand up. I'll ask offline.
Okay, cool. Madi,
okay.
the magician.
Okay. So here's what I have done. So worked on the human baseline showcase with Subut and Hadi, and also work with Subut to modify the. So there was a task add traits uniformly to population traits. So we modified it with Subut. Also, Pablo asked to add the promotional code in the price in the checkout page, and also work with Sahani documentation. So these are the in progress tasks. So currently our dependencies are all in. We have dependencies that we don't use, and we have dependencies that should only be used in development in local, not production. So I'm working on it to clean up those. I did some of the work, and also I write some documentation, not write, migrate the internal Git book to our in repository, in the Rehoboam repository. It's not complete. I did some part, and I will show you at the end. So also, I am planning to test the application and also release to prod.
When is that released to prod?
So we were not ready before, but I hope we are ready today.
Okay. We shouldn't wait until Friday afternoon to release to prod. That's an anti-pattern. There's like many memes about pushing to prod on Friday afternoon.
There are, but there was tasks that we couldn't push without this PRs.
I get it. Now that we have like,
Let's align after the meeting, and if anything, we can get it.
yeah, exactly.
These are all good news. Good news. It means we're working. We're pushing. Thank you, Madi. All right. Oh shit, it's my turn. Okay, sorry for the language. All right. All continuing on the interview front, we have sent 4 offers for the growth team, including Nora, who's like an operations specialist. She was a previous COO. We also have 8 or 9 people that were from the sales team that we're pushing to the second round of interviews. We are being very hardcore with the interview process as well. We want real champions. We're also sharpening the saws, I've been saying, to get ready for fundraising, building out strategy, building out lists, getting ready to go to war. So that's exciting. We had, I think, a very, very good conversation yesterday with Priceline, and have also talked about kind of like next steps in operational plan and doing pre-testing, doing a way to ingest their data to do replicated studies and see how bioequivalent we are in terms of insights with their users. It's a great first step, and the signs from that are actually very positive. So we're talking around next steps and implementation. So that's a big win. We also have PwC. Paperwork is finally done, I believe, Avi. So now we move on to the next phase of execution. More details on that to come, but PwC is one of the biggest consulting firms in the world. It's also a Big Four accounting firm, and could potentially even be a potential exit, if they play their cards right. So that's one. We also have a client, should have closed yesterday, but we had some Stripe issues that hopefully we resolve today. I sent an email yesterday. We'll follow up again today, but he tried. We're going to get that closed in the next few hours. So I'm excited about that. That's our first close. Small account, but a great one to build a case study around. And we need to get 40 of those, I believe. That's what Avi wants. So let's push on that hard.
It's what
every time we do this, we also get.
I don't make.
It's what I want too. I want 50, but I'm greedy. I'm greedy. All right, and then We're also getting ever closer to understanding our ICP. We're getting a ton of really strong signals of where great opportunities. Some more details on that to come. Executive retreat is coming up soon as well. Oh my God, there's just so much, guys. Have great meetings with Dealmaker. Now we're into the implementation side. Avi is doing consultation. He has 5 APIs, of which we're charging 4. And so that is pretty much done as well. We marked that as a close.
One API, 5K.
Yeah, I mean, this beautiful. Let's get 5 APIs.
Thank you, Suhani, for
yeah.
that, for our ability to sell that, and Madi and everyone who worked on the API documentation.
That's right. And Fern, because that's the place where we were publishing all that stuff, and I know that because it was a heartache. That's it for me. I think there's many more updates that I could probably share. It was a lot of wins. We're gonna continue with this momentum as we get closer and closer to the end of the year and as we start the next year. So this is, I think, a turning point in the company's history. Remember these days, because when you take me out to dinner, this is what we're going to be talking about. And I will pass it. And then just special thanks to everyone, including and especially Madi, Hadi, and so many people on the team. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then I'll pass it over to Santi.
Well, hello everyone. Awesome news there, Pablo. So my news are shorter and not that great as yours. So, but basically, I've been working yesterday and today with Hadi, and finally I think it's I hope working. So the solution for Jupyter Lab. So after this, I believe if there is time, I will have a quick demo, and after I will ask you kindly if you can try Jupyter Lab on your own, so we can see if all the logins go successful through the platform. So that will be all. Thank you.
Sarah, thank you, Santi.
I'll say my gratitude. Connor's not here, but I think Connor did a great job with the Priceline, putting everything together. He's a very good speaker, and I was just really impressed by that. So maybe I'll like send him a gratitude message for that. The things that we got done yesterday, we responded to PwC and to Dealmaker, which means like, we're moving forward with closing those and getting things signed. The executive board has a virtual retreat. So if you are on the executive board, if you can respond to the when is good link, so I can, it's a 4-hour thing. So that's why I just want to make sure. Then I can schedule it. I closed a ticket for participating in the NVIDIA Capital Connect, which, yeah. And then I pushed the qualified people to second round interviews that are in the HR doc, and I have the rough draft of the investor update. That's all. It's about.
Nice work, Sarah.
I think Marty gave a bit of my update. I was planning to at least add the new estimation method for the human baseline, but the code is still not yet ready. So either late today, otherwise before Monday morning, people in US wake up, it will be integrated.
Is this the new estimation method that allows for
capping of probabilities in the beginning of iteration so that parameters don't explode?
I was going to say affect-coded experiments.
Affect-coded, we can sit probably Monday or Tuesday, because today I gave a new task to Tatwik. So now with the new dimensions of the persona trait, she's going to make her code modular so it can take care of things dynamically. So it will take her at least 1 day, 2 days. And then we can also add the affect coding as well.
That's amazing. We would be able to double the number of human baselines we can run against. More than double.
And then I think just on a side note, so like when we were doing the Priceline thing yesterday, right? And for the questions, when it generated the attribute, that's when I realized we need to fine tune our attribute generation prompt as well, because price should not have been generated. And then I was playing with a couple of more prompts. So I think we'll have to do some logic implementation now so that those unrelevant attributes doesn't get generated. So I'm gonna sit with Florian for that after this. Hopefully we'll have something.
I also
I think
noticed.
that was a
I also
yeah.
noticed in that demo. I don't know if this is relevant or not, but when we generate new attributes, the attribute levels don't have the name of the attribute in the attribute level. And so I forget how the task is structured in Core 2, but if we don't include the attribute and we only include the attribute levels in the task, it could be confusing to the respondent.
I mean, it should not be as long as the label description is pretty much complete on its own. It can convey the meaning of what the attribute meant.
Yeah, in our
but
initial
yeah.
attribute levels, that is true.
Yeah.
But when we generate the new attribute
Yeah.
levels, because it's a different endpoint, which uses a different set of prompts, it's a little bit less descriptive.
Yeah, because honestly, I have never played with additional generation, so I think I need to play. Then I'll have some sense of it. Because yesterday when Connor was doing it, I was a bit like, okay, hopefully it works out. And it worked out, but yeah. I think that's where the paper that I had put before going away, that will probably help in terms of a logic when it comes to generating attribute. Like the one thing they pointed out was that I think discount or loyalty didn't show up in the attribute generation for their question, which was kind of actually true, and price just showed up for no reason.
Right.
So we need a better logic so that it can tackle all those situations. I'll be spending some time on that, trying to at least get that thing sorted within the next 3-4 days.
One thing I noticed, I don't know if this is relevant for us, but when we moved from our initial attributes and levels code from GPT-3 to GPT-4, there was a big, it was kind of like a step change in the quality of the experiments. For the attributes and levels generation, if we want to consider moving to O1 preview or O1 legitimate, maybe that by itself will generate a lift.
But maybe, but like even on a pure normal level, right? I mean, that's a very basic question. So given GPT-4 is strong enough, it should have picked up. So I think it has less to do with going beyond 4, but maybe more logical way of making GPT think before it generates.
All right. Let's move on to Suhani.
Hi everyone. This week I worked on completing the API documentation. I've added examples to the parameters of each API, and I updated the normalized parameter names. I'll be pushing the code and all my updates to production as soon as our dev gets updated to prod, because I've also added a page on how to access your bearer token, and the functionality is available in dev as of now. So yeah.
Suhani, that documentation is responsible for about a third, a half of our revenue. So nice work.
Thank you. I'll be sharing the link in the chat. So if anyone wants to go through it, please give me some feedback if required. I'll make the changes.
All right, let's go, Tatavik. Let's do it.
Hello everyone. I'll start with the market share real products update. So there's like minimal work left. My ETA is probably Monday, by Monday. The only thing that it's a little blocker for me, I'm still waiting for the changes to be implemented on dev so I can do like the final checks and we can close the task. Other than that,
What
talking
changes do you
about
need on
push.
dev?
So if I run an experiment on dev, like the Florian's work is still not on dev, I don't get products on dev. So
But in terms of the way you get the input from Florian's work independent, that is all good. So if it get passed to you, it will work smoothly.
okay, I probably need to create a new experiment. So here starts my blocker. I don't know why I don't have a permission to create new experiment. So about moving to production, like I need to make a few changes and check a few things. So I'm currently blocked on that part. It says I reached some limit or something. So
I had that same error during a demo. I don't know what happened.
that's
But I think Mari, you fixed this thing, right? Way back.
Yeah, it is. There's no reason for that to be like that, but we can go through it. Yeah. So Tatvik, I would like to sit with you after maybe stand up to check what is the problem.
okay, great.
Beautiful. That's the right answer. Let's hunt and resolve. Thank you, Tatavik. Tushar.
Hi everyone. So mostly I worked on the workspace, collaborative workspace. So I got the real-time contributions up and created a right sidebar which shows the collaborators for that particular workspace. And in real time, we can collaborate now. Also, I was integrating Hardy's design, which looked more beautiful, uh, like which he showed on Wednesday. So that and yeah, mostly that. So yeah,
You want to give a demo?
yeah, I can give it.
Did you guys ever?
Yeah, also I had one question. Sorry. Yeah, also I managed to get that each experiment's data when a workspace is created to go to that workspace. But I managed to do that in the I am able to transfer that data, but I don't know how should I show that in that space. So I wanted to ask that. But yeah, we can send that whole data now. So yeah.
Amazing. And Tushar, did you connect um, with Santiago on how to extract the data, and did you connect with Hadi on making sure we're using the same collaborative pipeline?
Uh, as for Hardy, the features he was using, I asked him for his branch access, so I got those, and I was integrating it into my own, but I didn't connect with Santi. I have to do that because I was first trying to like get the experiments data which are in Holodeck and which comes from the backend, and then move on to Shiny. So that part is now possible.
Yeah, it'd be good for you guys to connect because that you've been solving a similar problem.
Okay. Yeah, that was
Right.
on my part.
Ambush.
Nice work, Tushar.
Hello?
I think Gumbo
Yeah,
joined
I
already.
think I
I think
went.
you already did.
Yeah.
Already
Yeah.
did.
Oh, you went, yeah. Sorry, and then Rupesh. Rupesh is under the weather, so his voice is not great. He provided his update on the chat, and then Suhani has gone. So I think that's it. Guys, can you raise your hand if you haven't gone? Wait, Hadi, did you go?
No.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. So this week I worked on a collaborative workspace. This recent days I couldn't work much on that, but because I had another tasks to do for UN baseline, the chart needed some updates. Now it's more clear and understandable. The uh, coefficients, the values, those are more visible. Yeah, and sending the population traits to the backend, and some other small tasks like Jupyter Lab with something. Yeah, that's it.
Hadi, thank you for all of
Love
the
it.
bug
Thank you.
fixes. Thank you for your responsiveness.
That is some. Yeah, super important. I always see hashtag Hadi for everything I bring up. So thank you. One update on that front. I want to say that I had been using the panic button incorrectly because it was the channel where I would put basically any and all bugs, right? And that's not true. Panic button should be for critical, high-level bugs and issues, but I didn't know anywhere else to go. And so thank you for everyone's patience. What we have done is that we have created hashtag bug hunting, and it's under the one of the public channels. Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So any small non-critical bugs that I bring up or anyone brings up, please add it to that channel, bug hunting. If it's a hardcore critical bug, because right, not all bugs are created equal, then you put it in panic button, and that way we alert the dev team and they're not constantly stressed for everything that comes in, and we kind of help them prioritize really what issues to tackle first. What do you guys think of that? Is that good? Do you want me to add everything on panic button? You guys, I need feedback. There we go. I see already Madi using it. Yes, I found a little bug. It's a font issue on the marketing website. That's an easy fix. All right, cool. So there's love. We're going to continue with that. Anyone that has questions on how to use that channel, just let me know. And also keep in mind that there's another channel here titled Feature Requests. So as we conduct, updates or demos and stuff, we will be adding new features or suggestions or nudges that should be ingested into the backlog. And that channel is, again, Feature Requests. So don't forget to be looking at that one from time to time. Okay? Those are the two big updates for me. I'd love to get a demo of the character traits, right? And how they're working and what's the state of that, because that's like a fundamental feature that I know we're super close to releasing, if not already, that I'm excited about. And two, the stripe fix. Just making sure that that's in order, and maybe that's something that I can align with Avi after, but just making sure I know what happens next. That's it.
Sorry, quick question, Pablo. Is it intentional for that channel to be open to public?
Which channel?
The bug, the
The
one
bug?
that you just mentioned.
Yeah. We are transparent as a company, and we have champions that come in that share their own bugs as well with us.
Okay.
And so we're not sharing necessarily the answer to those bugs. We just want to be able to ingest it so that we can up our game as quickly as possible. So the more channels or ways, the easier it is for people to provide feedback and alerts of what's breaking, the faster we are at resolving them. Yeah. That may change in the future, but for now, this should be good. What do you think, Santi?
So I think it's fine for like the users reporting, but maybe not us discussing like the backend solutions of how to implement it. So I don't think we should expose like internal communication or how it's done.
Totally. That's a great call out, Santi. Santi, where are you from?
Argentina.
Argentina, chévere. Mucho gusto.
Yeah, your name is Spanish. Mucho gusto.
All right. Yep. Character traits.
Good.
So I think by Monday, you should be able to see them. So at the moment, here is the status. It's already being integrated in the backend. It means that when whatever you select on the UI, that will be accounted for when you do the survey, and the survey file will be generated. So Tatavik is basically modifying the analytics code, making it basically flexible so that whatever labels come, it can automatically handle and create the AMC for all those segments. So that you can see that in the market simulator.
Are we including the new traits in the tasks?
Yep. So those will be added as a part of the persona definition.
Great.
And just to be clear, for the rest of the team, when you say release and all that stuff on Monday, what environment?
This will be first on dev by Monday, but we can literally push it the very next day or even on the same day to prod. Because this won't require
so that means that
a lot of
that
iterations. Yeah, this is not going to require a lot
okay,
of
so it's been
iterations
through
to check.
QA, QC, it's been cleaned up, it's ready to go. Like, you know, that's awesome. Hell yeah. All right. That's velocity. So can I start telling my friends, prospects, people that want to pay us that, hey, this is coming in hot, start playing on Monday or Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, that's fun. Love that. Love it.
Fine. Monday's fine that week, right? It's not too much pressure. Monday's fine. You're on mute.
Sorry. I wanted to say if I can generate like new experiments today, I'll be done today.
Okay.
Sarah,
That's great news.
Yeah, amazing work. Sarah, do we want to talk about the book club?
Yes. So that's why I had people say if you're a new intern, like this message. But if you're a new intern and you were sent the book of why, I want to meet once a week potentially, and just like talk about a chapter. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think next week, if you want to just talk about chapter 1, that'd be great. Just sort of things that you found that were interesting in the book. Yeah, the first chapter is really important, so we'll just start with that.
Wait, the introduction or chapter 1? Both?
Introduction. I think just introduction to start.
Okay, that's 20 pages.
Because it's a good summary, and yeah.
Everyone should be able to read 20 pages. There will be a quiz.
Yeah, just like
Can we quiz them?
Yeah, well, sure. Yeah, we'll have a quiz. Maybe we'll do like a Kahoot or something.
This better be a pop-up book. Question, can I get a demo on the Stripe update?
All right, so I have a question. You mean the promotion code or the whole Stripe?
So where, this is by the way, a champagne problem. It means people want to pay us. People are here. They're in the magical checkout. So this is a champagne problem. Not really a problem because we have Stripe. Everything is set up. It's also bi-directional, integrated. That's a big win. Question is around the link. So when I go to the app, I click on settings, I click on subscribe. It takes me then to a Stripe checkout location, right? And in that checkout, currently as it sits, there is no place for a user to input a coupon, right? Or a discount code or anything. And those are one of several layers or levels that we're using to incentivize, right? So that was the constraint or issue. That's why we didn't close or get a transaction yesterday, but we will today.
So that is already in dev. It's fixed in dev. Once we push to prod, we will have it to prod as well. Oh. Let me. It's just in dev. So. Yeah.
Awesome. I'll get to play around with it and provide input. I also got the Stripe checkout link, and I modified it to make it subconscious colors like the purple and all of these things. So I made a lot of updates. I also tested it out, the coupon, to make sure that it actually works because it had to be integrated with the product that we set up in Stripe. And so that should all be set too. And we should have a transaction, our first one today. So big win, guys. Thank you, Madi, as always, for leaning in. And hopefully we fix that link from the subscribe button in our app to the Stripe so that it uses the right checkout experience. And we're good to go. It's a simple fix. Thank you, team. What else? Any updates? Any demos? Madi, of course.
Finally, something that usually the backend, it's just pure code and it's not just showable, but now I'm gonna show you something. Okay, give me a second. Okay, this is actually not code, it's documentation, so you can see. We have created this folder docs, and in these docs we have the markdown files. For example, this is the main markdown file, and we have like get started section, architecture, contributing, deployment, how-tos, all these things. So this is like a documentation that when a new developer onboards, they will go through this like step by step, and they will know about how to get on board without any issue. So for example, all these things. So I have, for example, prerequisites before we start the installation. We have something, and also remote development, and also installation, and all these things. And all these are in the readmes. So yeah, this is here. But here is the good part. This might be some not that readable. So just one thing, we can have. Yes, we can have this UI for this. This is just gets those readmes and shows in here, so it's readable. So for example, getting started, I go to prerequisite. It has everything, and yeah, then installation and all those things. So it's the getting started is completed. Home is completed. Architecture. This one is not completed yet, but it will be. I'm working on it to complete it. So yeah, we have the architecture and the project structure, the API layers, and all those things. So also we have this nice search. So yeah, that's it.
Is my
Yeah.
No, I want someone else to go.
This is not, yeah, this is not just another documentation framework and all these things. It's just these readmes that turned into that page. So yeah, just this. And the good part is that you see here we have this, we can see these diagrams also, which in here in the README we cannot see. Like this is the mermaid diagram. It's not obvious that, but here in the UI we can see. So yeah. Also, this is just in local, so I separate the dependencies in a way that it should not affect like production and all those things. It's just in local and just the wrapper of the MDs markdowns. Yeah. Oh, there are more things. For example, it's like people start from here, then they go to get started, this step by step, then go to architecture, then contributing, for example, code style, pull request, all those things, the environments, and also the how to get create a Doppler token, access token, experiment, all this. So it's like ordered and all. Yeah.
Like the full experience. So like they'll be able to go from 0 to 100
Yeah.
with all this content. Yeah. Awesome. And then that's going to get pushed to Fern, which is our central hub of documentation, or
So this is just for a developer who joins to the
oh,
backend and develop. So
got it, got
it's
it.
for that developer.
Oh, I love this. So we can scale
Yeah,
our dev team, and it's easier for them to onboard, understand the language, understand the process and parameters, and then go from there. Beautiful.
exactly. So if they come here, they will have all things to get on board without any further like, yeah. So they can easily get on board.
Magical. We're over time by 4 minutes. Any other updates, questions, update, high fives, demos?
Yeah, Monty, that I echo Pablo's comments.
Sorry. Did not understand. Okay. Can I ask you guys to open the Jupyter Lab so I can see if all you get like the thing without any error? Can I? I'm guessing yes. So let me share my screen very quick.
Marty, is that
so basically I need you to go here.
That works as like GitHub documentation?
Yes.
I love that.
Just in GitHub.
And so we'll be able to totally retire Gitbook, all the internal Gitbook stuff.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Oh, that's so good. And I don't know if this works or not, but the claim from Microsoft is that GitHub Copilot reads Markdown in the repository and then gets, uses that in its code generation tool. So if that's true, that's even better. Amazing, Marty. Amazing. Really good work.
So, sorry, if I might ask, so I tried the backend. If you can go to that link and open an experiment in Jupyter Lab, will be great, and I will be thankful.
Well, we shouldn't use stand up to debug. Can you do it for us? Can you show us what we
No,
should
no,
receive?
no, not to the back. Just open the link and tell me if it's open. Sorry, it's not the idea. The idea is to click here, and it will open after a second. It will open like this. Already started, and just want to do that for one click only, like so I can check the backend how that goes.
I clicked on it.
You should get a Jupyter Lab like this in like a minute or something. Basically, if you don't, please send me a message and I will. Okay, thank you. Oh, but that's not me. You have to run an experiment first. Yeah. Hello.
You want us? Are we stress testing? Is that what's happening?
No, not stress testing. Last time we tested Maddie or yeah, I believe Maddie did not get what he was supposed to get. So I'm trying to see if everyone gets the Jupyter Lab without any error.
I got
It's not more stress. It's more like seeing the.
Oh, Santiago, this looks so good.
It's working now for everyone.
And this has all of the causal libraries already loaded in the environment as well.
no.
Should be, yes. You have the data there. You can play with any Python file or notebook. You can also upload your own files here. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, when we click Avi, it opens up a Jupyter notebook, so you have to import all the libraries explicitly.
Oh, okay. You have to. They are installed on the Jupyter. You have just to use them in your code.
No,
you don't have to install.
I think a bunch of them are installed actually. Do pip list.
Should be.
I think
So
Santiago
if you can see my screen,
a complete environment.
like when I clicked, it opens up a blank one, and then I basically type to, let's say, get a NumPy in.
No, I
so
know.
it came with a blank cell.
I think actually Santiago actually did that. I think there was some effort involved in doing that. All of the causal libraries are already loaded in the environment. Not all of the causal libraries, the big four.
It should be. You have a play button there. I don't know if that's what you're looking for. No. Above import, you have the play there.
This one?
There.
Yeah, but like I'll have to type the package name and then basically hit enter to get the package. So it's like if you go to Udacity, let's say if you have done a course, so when you click on the link, it opens up a Jupyter notebook where all the packages, let's say that is required for a certain like pandas, NumPy, so they will already come written in one cell. So all you have to do is like just click and they come in. So in this case, like if somebody doesn't know what is the name of the library, they will not know what to type.
Right.
That's what I meant.
Okay, I understand now. So the main idea here was to get the CSV data from your experiment, so you can play with it, and that's what is implemented. But if you also will want like an already pre-populated Jupyter notebook with some libraries and code, we can do that as well. So they can be like in a share, like in a share folder, so everyone can access them, like a pre-filled like templates.
Okay.
Just share with me the templates, and yeah, we can have them share among the users.
Okay, then I'll share the template and let's have that thing pre-populated.
Yeah, please. What Avi was saying is the libraries are already installed. That's the thing. So for you, just an import and run them, not the
then it
install.
wouldn't load. Yeah.
Yeah, but also you have a terminal over there, so that you can use if you are like a heavy user, you can install by yourself in a virtual environment. So it's just your console there and not affecting the rest of the users. So if you click like the plus, the blue plus button at the top,
Pandas already.
yes, Pandas is already installed. So. Okay, yeah, sorry, I know we are already over time. Thank you. The one that are staying. Please, Subal. Sorry, I don't know how to spell your name. Subal. Okay, send me the files over, and I will try to get the files in the system.
All right.
I thank you all the ones that try. If everyone did not get to the Jupyter Lab, please let me know, and I will check the logs and try to fix that.
I have a quick question, Santi.
Yeah, Pablo.
So is it
Oh, go
normal behavior that when you hit the Jupyter Lab, it gives you error not found, and then you have to launch it to get to the server?
Did that happen now? The error not found?
I mean, it says server not found. So whenever I hit the Jupyter Lab, yeah, that button, it says server not.
Try a hard refresh of your website or log out and log back in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we pushed that change today, so that's why I was asking.
It did
It should
work
be
though.
fixed,
It's just that
error that you're facing.
I had to relaunch it. So it's working now.
It should be, yes. No, the error of the file not found should not longer be happening.
Okay.
But if you're still facing the error, let's meet after my lunch, and I can check that with you particularly. Pablo?
I did not experience an error, but I did want to provide some feedback.
Yes,
this is more user experience than anything else. Okay. I ran an experiment, and it seemed that other people in this chat were also running an experiment. And so when I click submit to run an experiment, it would take me to the experiment page, which is what it's supposed to do. But no pending experiment would show up in that page. It took probably 3 minutes.
So you're talking about the not
the,
inside Jupyter Lab, right? The page before.
It's not this one.
Yeah, I'm just sharing user experience overall, right? Avi, I think you get it. Can you explain, please? Yeah, there's not a bug.
It is a bug. It probably is a bug. Because it'll go eventually. It just takes a little while. I post it as a bug. It's a bug. Good.
So I ran an experiment. I didn't get any pending updates in my repository. I ran another experiment thinking that didn't run through. And when it was my turn in the log, right, to run experiments, incredibly, both experiments very, very quickly showed up. And they jumped and they had so the user experience worked. It's just not a great user experience because there was a 3 to 4 minute lag of my pending experiments showing up in the experiments repository, in the experiments page.
That
was it.
It's a separate issue.
It's a separate thing.
But yeah.
But I have to highlight it.
Great. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right on how to replicate that in the bug hunting. That's a good find as a bug. But Santiago, this is really powerful. I think this is going to unlock an entire new ICP. Right now, our ICP is non-technical practitioners. We have gotten interest from data scientists, from engineers, and this is going to open up ideally our ability to engage with the causal AI community in a whole new way.
Okay. Speaking of which, we should maybe later on discuss of putting some limits on it, so like CPU and memory, so one user does not take like all the resources and maybe make the machine really slow. And we can also talk about limiting the is it okay if the user can download the CSV file to his computer, or the file should stay on the cloud?
Sure, it's their data.
Well, what's your idea with the data file? It's their data. Okay. So that they are fine downloading the data. Okay. Because I can block that if you want to. Like the download button there to not work, but that's okay. Yeah, if it's their data, that's not necessary to block anything. Great. Any questions? More questions?
This is really good.
Yep. Awesome. If
Good job, Santi.
anyone, again, please, if anyone, thank you. If anyone has a problem like getting into this page, please let me know. More than happy to help. And technically, now it's all bugs are sorted out, but you never know.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. This is the stand-up. We're 17 minutes over. We got to get better at getting this within the time cycle that is set up. But this was a great, successful demo, great, successful stand-up, great way to finish the week. Thanks, everyone.